And I was like, I remember Jim Belushi when he was in porn. I was like, that's not politics.
I'm not cutting that out.
What the hell just happened? Did you fall asleep? That was amazing.
I'm gonna leave that whole thing in
Incredible.
we've got to have the lore of that whole situation that just happened.
Did you get any of that?
I did not understand the.
You guys were talking about porn.
Are you talking about Ron Jeremy? Welcome back, guys. This is the brand new Thanks Hated It.
Thanks.
Hated that.
Hated it.
Hated it. Ugh.
We're starting a new podcast. We've already had some trials and tribulations, and I think we've got it dialed in pretty good.
I think so. At least we have an idea of what could be dialed in pretty good.
But for the foreseeable future, it'll be Ryan.
I'm so sorry.
Unbelievable
Jeez.
unprofessionalism. Anyway,
Ruined it.
We'll see. We'll have the unprofessionalism from her.
from her.
How rude. I'm very professional at being unprofessional. Thank you.
I'd like to amend my statement from this point on, maybe, is going to be Ryan, Amber, and Justin.
What up?
You're zoned in on the.
Dude, it's awesome.
We got a little like nature terror. Oh my gosh, the filmmaking is awful on it. I'm gonna complain.
Thanks, hated it.
Yeah, thanks. Hated it.
to the AI bot who
I
made
also-
the video.
Yeah, I also
Is it
want
I
to
AI?
don't care.
point out the fact that you said welcome back, and this is our first actual show.
Well, we've got the other ones.
Goose, do you have anything to say about this?
Patreon.com. Check out the other podcasts we got.
Goose is my little nugget.
Go there for all the exciting tidbits we're not allowed to post on Spotify.
Gross.
I didn't say my tidbits. I just said tidbits.
Yeah, it's still
You can
gross.
see my tidbits.
Okay, that might actually be worth it.
You're like, no, thanks. Hated it.
Hated it.
What was it? $3 a month?
$3 a month. We could do $5 a month. We could do $10 a month.
I don't know. Link in the bio.
Yeah, link in the bio.
Which link? My tidbits or
I think it'll all be.
That'll be for the OnlyFans.
There's a mosquito.
there's a mosquito.
Just zoned in. You look like
did.
Chance. Just boom.
I felt my pupils get bigger.
It's right there.
Is that primal instinct?
Get it.
Now catch it with your mouth. I don't think Goose is liking this.
Catch
very
him,
much.
Derry.
Catch him.
He wants to be underneath.
No, I was using him as a footrest,
He does not like that.
but he's under his blanket right now.
But he gets free room and board
Yeah,
and meals, so he'll be okay.
he'll be fine.
Willie, though.
What I was saying earlier is I want a car, like a manual, that when you miss shift, it doesn't make a grinding noise. It makes like a kawaii sound. Like,
Oh, God.
that's so funny.
And a little like anime light. That's the fingers together
Yeah, on the dash.
So anytime it happens, that
So
lights up.
funny.
Ooh, ooh.
God, it's good.
You do that too well.
I've had a lot of practice.
Check the OnlyFans or the Patreon. But speaking of cars, you were enjoying the tow goat.
Yeah. Togoat, Life with Eb on
I didn't
YouTube.
mention it while we were watching it, but I think all repo drivers should catch syphilis.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
All of them.
Every single one of them.
Every single one of them.
Why?
Tow truck drivers are amazing. Love tow truck drivers. Repo man? Wow. Did you hear that? Repo man? That was rough. You heard where I'm coming from.
that country came out in you.
Yeah,
Anyway.
repo men, every one of them should catch syphilis.
Pay your bill.
I some people got it down bad, man. I get it. I understand. The bank's gonna sell the loan anyways and make their money back and get the car back. And now you're saddled with a payment for a car you don't have anymore? Yeah. Give me some, like, ain't no way you're gonna, like, persuade me that a repo man is anything but, like, the devil for the poor. Like,
I mean,
I've
Don't
never
be
had
poor.
he's just doing a contracted job as a tow truck driver. It's not like he's going out and picking up the car because that was his loan that he's taken. He's just being paid to pick up a car.
Yeah, but, like, there's so many other jobs.
Be mad at the bank.
I am mad at the bank.
For, yeah,
Don't get
be
me
mad
wrong.
at the bank.
I'm mad as hell at the bank. I'm mad at all of them. But to choose that profession, you already got the tow truck. Just be a tow truck driver. Don't go into the evil side of it and be a supervillain.
I still don't think that's supervillain.
That's the worst. Like, I was thinking about it earlier while we were watching it. I don't know another profession besides an actual loan shark or a bail bondsman. And that's the thing. Even bail bondsmen provide a more necessary service. The repo man is literally just the bank's lackey. Like, he's not doing it for anybody but the bank. And the bank should all rot in hell in the first place. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
I think you should be
Upset
directing
don't get
all
me
the
wrong.
anger towards.
I'm mad as hell at the bank.
That's where all the anger should go, because it's just
every single one of them.
it's just a tow truck driver that has gotten a job to pick up a car.
I don't know, man.
Syphilis is crazy.
Yep.
Syphilis
I
is
still stand by it.
crazy.
Still stand by it.
I disrespectfully disagree.
Disrespectfully.
I don't know. There's so many other contracted jobs out there you could do in so many other professions.
But does it pay as well as a repo man?
I couldn't tell you. I just know morally, I don't know how they can do it.
How is it morally reprehensible though? Because yes, people are on hard times, but they also signed a contract
That they're going to pay.
that they're supposed to pay.
I'll come back to the more morally reprehensible part. Even if it's a Hellcat with $2,000 a month payments that you knew you couldn't afford in the first place, you weren't on bad times. You're just a moron.
Yeah.
I still don't think they should get the car taken away. I think the bank should sue them.
That's why they built it up, so that they don't have to waste the money going through the process.
But they can
Because it's in the contract. It's a legally binding contract where it's in there where if you don't make your payments on time for a set amount of months, then they have rights to the car because they own the car. You don't own the car until you get the title.
I understand, but at the same time, when it gets repoed, you still are saddled with the payment and now have no car to pay that payment with. Like,
because you're under contract to pay that loan.
Either sue them for the purchase amount or take the car. You can't do both.
You're saying
You can't stick them with
my car and I still have to pay for a car I no longer have.
Correct. Yeah. That's insane to me. What are you talking about?
Do they do that? I thought when they repo
No,
it.
absolutely not. You are stuck with that payment.
Oh. Yeah, no, they need to get
That's what I'm saying.
syphilis.
And don't get me wrong, I'm mad as hell at the bank for it.
Dude, but the repo guy is not the one making that decision. The repo guy is just getting the contract to do the job.
He could turn down the contract.
You shouldn't be mad at the repo man, though. Repo man has nothing to do with that.
Okay, so on another end, the water guy, power guy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pay your power bill. They come turn off the power. Is that the same thing?
The intense look.
Well, personally, I would say no.
How is that not the same thing then? Because you're using a service that you're contracted to pay. And when you don't pay it, you lose rights to that service. It's the same thing as repo guy coming and picking up the car because you're not paying for it. You lose rights to use that.
While I agree with you that it is the same scenario, the monetary is different. You're talking 20 grand on a loan that you have to pay back. Finish paying back. You don't get the car back if you start your payments back up or pay the loan off. So with a power company, what? The maximum? $1,000?
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying, like, I get that the scenario is not different. I agree with you. It's not different. That's the same scenario.
I'm not commenting because I don't know exactly how repos work. So
I'm not an expert. I'm just saying, like, I feel strongly that is one career decision that I could do without.
I thought if they get repoed and then they pay that payment or that back payment of what they didn't, they get their car back.
No, as far as I'm aware, that bitch gets sold immediately.
No, not all the time.
I have never, ever, but then again, I've never looked into it that hard.
Yeah.
I've never heard of somebody who got their car repoed and got it back.
Well, maybe they couldn't pay it back.
There are scenarios. On the longer term ones where the bank hasn't gotten it for 6+ months, then yeah, they're selling the car. Because there's no way that they're going to drop, several $1,000s to get that car back. So the bank is going to wash their hands of it, yeah, and sell the car and try to make the money back on the loan. That's not going to be. Sometimes, though, hey, I came on hard times. Here's the cash, and the bank will release that car back to them.
I've never heard that once. But then again, I've never, personally seen it either.
Have you met somebody that's had their car repoed?
Yes.
Many times?
I wouldn't say many times. You know where I'm from. I would say many repoed cars.
See, I feel like you and I were kind of brought up in, the same way-ish.
We were 10 minutes away.
But, I never saw that. I got the whole, power being turned off and all that stuff, but, never repoed. And, I won't get super into it, but I've seen drugs, affect people. But, never... I still feel like I was sheltered.
Could be a biology thing.
Female?
Well, I'm not going to say it.
I'll say it.
Whatever your biology is.
I'm saying in our situation.
Maybe. I would say I definitely rolled with a much
you
harder
also
crowd.
You came
because I was allowed and people
household that was still together too. I had 2 separate households. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's a factor.
Yeah, I was there 24/7. I would say
even for 20 years.
Even the houses we went to stay at for weeks on end. They were literally one street over. And then the next house we would go to stay at on weeks on end, where we would leave our house. It was also one street over. So it was we never
so you're
left that.
Multicultural with friends and everything too. I never stayed at somebody's house for weeks on end.
Yeah, you just
other than M.
You just couch surf for
a
week at one house.
I never did that.
And then all the parents knew when they talked to each other. They're like, yeah, all of the kids have been at my house for a full week. They're like, okay, send them to mine.
Have you had that?
No.
I've never had that.
And then all the kids would, because they were it was so tight knit. You could just send your kids, a whole pack of 10 kids.
No.
To go destroy someone's house for a week. And then they'd be like, get them out of here. And then the third house would be like, okay, send them here. And then it would just be this cycle of.
So this may be a really sad take on everything or whatever, but the only times that there was 10 kids in a room was a birthday party or a sleepover. And to be 100% honest, I never really hung out with the kids.
Yeah.
I would hang out with the parents and just be the
autist.
I remember this one time. I think the person's name was Melanie, and like she had this really pretty house, and there was like I think like 6 or 7 girls, and like I felt like they all hated me and like just name calling and shit, and I'm like, okay, and we all like made pizzas, and like the mom was just like, yeah, you can make a pizza with me, and I'm like, yay.
Oh my God.
And then the other thing was like, which is weird, like looking back at it now, I haven't thought about it since, but like we did like these arts and crafts too. And the mom brought like a whole bunch of like cigar boxes and was like, yeah, you can like put felt in it. You can put like all these little styrofoam pieces on it. And like I spent like a good hour when all the kids were just like, let's go back in the pool. And the mom was just like, oh, you're doing so great.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
I think you just wrote Pixar's new screenplay.
oh.
Their first movie with an autistic kid. Like,
I would love that.
oh my God. She identifies.
I'd watched that so many times. That's why I like Lilo and Stitch.
Cuz?
Because she's autistic and her friends don't like her.
Oh my God.
And like
It's been in front of you the whole time.
like the dolls and stuff, like imagine how many times she talked about like to that doll, like, you're my best friend. Like she threw the doll and then like hugged it, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to.
She also
Like-
practiced
Are you-
voodoo.
I'm not crying.
Are you going to cry?
She is crying.
Currently crying.
Tears rolling down the face.
I'm also about to start, so like watch out, people.
Oh, gosh.
Her middle name is currently. Amber currently crying.
No. But that'd be so cool.
Just wine flavored tears.
Yes. The wine makes everything better. The wine is my
Says the
my
alcoholic.
scrap or whatever, the little scrump.
I think it was Scrap, wasn't it?
I thought it was scrap.
The doll? Yeah. You gonna see
No,
the new
this is scrub.
There's a new
Scrum.
one?
They did
A
live action.
I'm really kind of angry, but I'm gonna watch it.
He got
Probably not.
immediately sad.
Yeah,
You're
probably
not gonna watch it?
Probably not.
We're not gonna watch it together.
I mean,
You gotta make
maybe.
a voice.
Ooh.
Justin's face.
Aloha means family.
That was crazy.
Oh, that was so good. Even Wes poked up like, what?
Family means nobody gets left behind.
He don't like that.
He does not like that.
Or forgotten. Yeah, he's giving me the side eye like hard.
said-
I will come over there.
He's like,
Stop. West is our 11-year-old boy.
Sure.
old man.
An old man.
No, he's definitely 13.
He's not 13.
Absolutely.
No, he's not. We got him in 2015.
Yeah.
I think he's a 75-year-old white guy that just hates people.
100%. Like the dude from Monster
Internally?
House.
Yeah, internally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Just hates people.
Because
He hates
externally he's very
kids.
black.
Whoa.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. He's a black dog. What
He's
do you
not
want?
black.
What?
He's not black. That's definitely brown. That's brown. That's a dark
Okay.
brown. The microphone that you are holding is black.
If that came out of somebody
actually
at a doctor's
gray, but
office,
okay.
they'd be like, that's
Right
black.
here. This
Yeah,
part.
It's gray.
This part.
Yeah, that's gray.
No, it's not.
It's gray.
You're the only one who can
it's
see. We're
dark
both
gray.
colorblind. It doesn't matter.
Okay, the hose
Yeah, that's black.
on the hookah.
3 whites talking about what's black. Jesus Christ.
Thanks, hated it.
Thanks. Hated it.
Canceled.
So that's the name. Thanks. Hated it.
Ryan, how did we come up with the name?
So I like to make jokes. That's
Really?
my story.
That's my story.
No, so I like
The
to make
end.
jokes. So anybody says something in general, I will usually
Laugh hysterically.
laugh hysterically. No, I'll laugh and say I did that thing once, hated it. I say it all the time. In fact, everybody hates it. That
I
I
love it.
hate it.
I mean,
So-
I hated it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and yeah, thanks.
And I really just wanted to have the old Fall Out Boy song title.
I do like that.
I wanted
Thanks.
that.
In the I might still do it.
It's gonna be.
memories, even though they weren't so great.
It's pretty
Keep
good.
going.
That was pretty good.
Serenade me. I think that should be like another part of the podcast.
Which is?
So it's thanks, hated it. But maybe it's just like you and me because Ryan doesn't. But thanks for the trauma.
We could do that.
Because Ryan has no trauma.
I had trauma once.
Hated it.
Hated it.
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, between you and I, we could write fucking novels.
I can absolutely set that up for you guys.
Absolutely.
I
Like,
don't know
I'll
if
be
I'm
your sound guy.
into going all through that.
We do it like once a month.
Bro,
Get our cry on.
I could do like
that
once a
was
month.
my knee you
Yeah, once a
slammed your
month.
head into.
I'm not saying like every single day or week.
That's like our side stories.
Your neck literally is doing that like twitch thing that you have.
Yeah, it's almost like
immediately
yeah.
you're like, no,
Yeah.
no.
It's almost like even thinking about discussing traumas makes me twitch.
It did. What's it called? A tick.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Growing up, you had a bunch of ticks.
Do we only have one coal left?
No, it's a whole bunch over there.
Oh. Hey, look, there's 4
Hey,
of
look.
them. Jesus.
Just gotta
Goose,
open
do you have
your
any
eyes.
input?
Do you lick it again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looked
Yeah,
good.
of course.
You gotta like put your hand next to the microphone so it looks like there's a treat. Why are you panting so hard?
It's hot in here.
I'm
was
like
just under
chilly
the
now.
fleece blanket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
like, bro.
You're
Say
good,
it's-
bro.
It's hot. There's 6 of us in here.
There is.
No, he doesn't like the mic anymore.
I hate how I'm the only female ever here, like where I live, except for with my mom.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that Piper Perry meme.
What is that?
High five.
No Eiffel Towers in here. Okay? That's
There's
all I
a-
ask.
There's a girl sitting on a couch, and there's 5 dudes behind her with their arms crossed.
No.
You
It's
got-
her brothers.
You got 5. Whoa.
No, not like that.
It makes it so much worse.
Not like that. Like they're protecting her.
That's
That's her fanfic.
Oh,
I'm
me?
not- yeah.
No. No.
choo
Well-
choo.
I do like Game of Thrones.
Piper Perry fanfic goes crazy.
I don't even know who that is.
Uh-huh.
Is that a porn or is it a meme?
It's both
It's
now.
It was back during COVID when everybody was doing the porn memes.
Isn't...
Do you remember those?
Yes.
Those were so good.
They're so funny. Like,
So good.
it got to the point where people were making memes of the meme, and they were putting a meme on a meme. So it was literally people being like, that's not a meme, Peter. That's just porn. Like, it's just porn. Like, it's not a meme.
I'm going to pause it. Not pause it, but you can cut this out. So I was going to go into like the whole politics and porn. And I was like, I remember Jim Belushi when he was in porn. I was like, that's not politics.
I'm not cutting that out.
What the hell just happened? Did you fall asleep? That was amazing.
I'm gonna leave that whole thing in
Incredible.
because we've got to have the lore of that whole situation that just happened.
Did you get any of that?
I did not understand the.
You guys
I
were
did not
talking
follow.
about porn.
Are you talking about Ron Jeremy?
No.
Jim Belushi. Where did he come into the thing?
I was thinking, what's his name?
He's not in politics either.
Giuliani. That's the name that I was
Holy
trying to
shit.
think of. But in
Rudy Giuliani.
the first name that popped
Incredible.
in with that, with
Jim Belushi.
which I understand, Jim Belushi is like Blues Brothers. Like,
Okay, as long as you know
I
that.
know now. That's why I said cut it out.
Nah, we're not cutting it out.
I
That's
thought she was going to be like, no, that's a drag queen on RuPaul. It's like, nope, it's not that either. It's nowhere near.
No, I
Like,
know who he is. I was gonna say Giuliani. Like, oh, I remember when Giuliani was in porn, and then you guys would talk about like politics and porn, and the first name that came up for Giuliani was Jim Belushi.
Belushi.
Giuliani wasn't in porn either.
I know.
Oh. I was going to say, other than that one video,
I know.
he did one video with Sacha Baron Cohen.
I don't. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
And
Giuliani.
No.
Sacha Baron Cohen. Borat.
My wife.
Yes, correct.
Oh, they had sex together?
Giuliani.
What?
That's amazing.
What?
Hang on, I got this.
I'm so confused.
Hang on, I got this.
They did porn together?
So,
I'm so confused.
holy Christ.
I'm asleep.
It's amazing. You
I'm
are
asleep.
asleep.
A+ work on this first
what
podcast.
did you say they both did?
I hope you guys tune in next week.
I swear I am not retarded. Like,
We've established it's autist.
it is. What did you say about Sasha and who?
So
They were in porn together?
It was an interview.
Interview. Oh my gosh.
I was like, Giuliani wasn't in porn apart from that one video with Sacha Baron Cohen. So
Okay, you guys said porn and
Yeah.
then you said video. You didn't say interview. You said video.
yeah, you're right.
So I'm like,
It was a
they
video.
were in porn together. Also, when you first said Sasha, whatever, I thought you were talking about what's her name? Tim Burton's wife, ex-wife. What's her name?
Natalie Portman.
No.
That's
Thanks.
so good.
Hated
that.
it.
Hated it.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Okay, cool.
Tink.
Too far. It's because the couch is a line.
Your autistic ass.
So-
Anyways, Sasha.
They did Borat 2. Subsequent Coming to America film. I don't know how to do that voice. I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, I hated
Where's my
that.
phone?
So they did the Borat 2, and it was during the first Trump administration or the lead up. I don't even know, honestly.
I think it was towards the end, or no, it was the.
It was during.
It was
like
COVID.
he was in office.
I think it was. Or yeah, he was in office because it was during COVID, because it was leading up to the 2020 election.
Okay.
Because that was the whole
So the
thing.
end,
because
the
yeah,
very
it was
end.
the
Holy
end.
shit.
It was
Not a good time to play that bit. Jesus.
not really.
So they were interviewing Giuliani, and apparently he laid down on the bed to adjust his belt, quote unquote, and his belt is located on his ball sack.
We watched it.
Yeah, so he put his hand like completely inside his pants, like apparently was
How
gonna.
do you do that to a belt?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they barged in with cameras because the girl was like, red light, red light, red light, red light.
Yeah.
And they were like, what you doing? And then he freaked out. So
Come to find out, it was entirely taken out of context.
was it?
The whole thing was edited very, very massively.
I mean, was it?
No, I'm pretty sure that girl or somebody on the production team came out and said, yeah, this was not what actually happened.
That's a shame. I think it'd be funnier. Obviously, that's why they edit it that way. But no, I think it'd be funnier.
They wanted to get the laugh.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, I don't like Sacha Baron Cohen. I don't find him funny. I think he's a hack. Tries too hard.
Oof. And you think you should get syphilis?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not a dick.
That's just me.
Yeah. No, I just don't find him funny. Like, it's
It's a certain type of person.
it's just a comedy that I don't find funny.
Yeah, it's somebody else's.
It's not for me. It's,
I don't like toilet humor. I get it.
yeah, there's certain
hate
things
it.
I
like
don't even know if he does that, but I'm like, as an example, I just don't. That's not
Like
my thing.
Borat? Or, I'm sorry. I'm like in another conversation.
Don't make me throw your phone.
Sorry. It's my dad.
She said sorry.
It's my dad.
Don't apologize.
Goose is playing the guitar with his tail.
I heard it. He does that all the time.
He does it all the time. It's kind of
okay,
serious.
you're tickling my
though.
leg,
What's up?
bro.
But no, those are my two things. Was the Repo Man and the manual that sounds like a kawaii. All right, that's my two things. He's got something.
Just.
I would like to end this podcast whenever we do. So, would like to talk a little bit about ideas for the future any plans that we want to try to like announce on the podcast, obviously with more plans that we don't want to mention yet.
Right.
But just kind of like an expectation of, where it's going. So we don't necessarily have to do that now if we have something else to talk about, but I would like to end off the podcast at some point with that or whenever that does come.
Yeah.
So
I'm good with that. You got something? Nothing? All right.
that's fair enough.
You?
All right. Well,
I didn't mean end it. I was saying you got something?
I do
Okay.
actually. I
Okay.
was going to talk about my experience this weekend. My first job.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say your first gay experience.
I was like, what? My first gay experience. His name was Richard.
It's code for
He was
dick.
such a dick.
Yeah.
He was a dick. Hated it.
I hated it. Thanks. Hated it.
No, so I did my first official gig as a business this
That's
weekend.
right.
So it was something that kind of put my life into perspective because it was a wedding that I shot, and
I'm
I
so
had.
sorry,
sad.
man.
I'm going to be forever alone.
Jumped all over that.
Thanks. Hated it.
We love you.
All right. Well, that was fun. This podcast
God.
is over. We're no longer talking anymore.
Oh, my God. Move out.
Yeah. Gosh.
Your rent goes up.
Ouch. Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny.
It's now
just get a text.
$9,000.
Yeah.
You're gonna be repoed.
Okay. Let me
I'm
call a
repoing your
repo
lease.
guy. Yeah. Let me call a repo guy to repo the
Burns
room.
when I pee.
Oh no! You got the syphilis.
No, I was saying Ryan.
Oh, you got the syphilis.
Jeez.
From his first gay experience. We hijacked this.
You
Please.
really did.
Please, Ryan.
I was going to talk about,
Sorry.
a big step forward for me
I'm so sorry.
In what?
in my business.
Yes.
And you guys
Love
start
that for
talking
you.
about Richard.
You gave me
over
a
here.
shotgun-powered driver and put the ball in front of me. I'm so
You
sorry.
did.
I'm so
you
sorry.
put the balls and dick in front of
Oh my
Justin
God.
and went for. You said ball. You put the
Yeah,
ball.
he made a golf reference.
He made a gay reference.
It was a golf
Oof.
reference.
Oof, baboof. She can say that.
Is
She's
it
gay.
okay? I'm bi. I'm pan.
Are you sure?
No.
What the hell was that?
I was gonna say I'm bi, but I'm not just into men and women.
As much as hold
I-
that. Hang on. We're definitely going to come back to that because that's what people want to hear. But he needs to tell us about his first gig because that's really important.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
will fuck aliens before I fuck anything else. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so
you know
sorry.
what? I
So
guess
sorry.
we don't have to talk about my gig. Let's go ahead and unpack what you just said.
I said nothing.
It's on the podcast.
It's fine. We can go back to it, like Justin said. I was gonna forget because I'm autistic. I'm sorry. Anyways,
What type of artist is she?
She's
The gay one.
the autist.
the autist. So
Anyway.
you're really into your business. You're growing.
It's
we
a wedding.
love that. It's a wedding.
So-
Changed your
sorry.
perspective.
Did a wedding. It changed my perspective on where I want my life to go, which is doing like these gigs as a full-time job, really.
Yes.
So doing weddings, doing different video work, all that type of stuff. And it was a challenging experience because it was about 3 hours is all I was contracted to work at. And the dude I was shooting alongside with, he's done weddings before, and he was looking for basically a business partner or, somebody to shoot video alongside his photography for weddings so that he can hopefully get more gigs and be one big package deal so it's as easy for the bride and groom as possible.
Right.
Because it's a stressful day in general because there's
It
so many plans.
is.
So if you can have one thing that's just 1,000 times easier because you chose, a photo video all-in-one solution,
Yeah.
that'll make that process that much easier.
I would have done that.
Yeah.
If I could have, that would have been my choice instead of contracting out to 3 different people for 3 different things.
Exactly.
It was, I don't even think, I'm just going to put this on the podcast, which we need to figure out. I don't even think we paid Amber for the rest of the money for the photography.
We should probably have.
We should.
That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah. Like, I'm just now thinking about it. Like, I know we were like 6 months and she was just like, hey, do you have that money?
Did we?
I don't know.
Oh, we should ask.
But, like, literally, it is. And again, not to take away from your thing, but, like, if you ever want to go
It's
into
fine. I'm
weddings.
just the host on here.
Oh.
It's fine.
just the audio guy. Hated it.
If you ever, like, want to go into some shit, I could spend days talking about our wedding.
That's for the thanks for the trauma.
Maybe. Is it trauma?
We could do that. We could
Is
do
it trauma? Like, I'm dead ass asking. Like,
Was it a traumatic experience? Because I think it was.
I don't think it was traumatic. I think it was bullshit. Like,
That too.
it wasn't traumatic. Like, oh, I'd never get married. Like, not married again, but like married to you or whatever. Your neck literally fucking twitched.
Well,
I swear.
now
like,
I have a tell.
Not anything like I would get married to somebody else, but like having a wedding with you or like doing our vows or like doing another party. Like, we've talked about that. And I'm like, yeah, like I would love a redo on that. And that is something that you can redo. Like, with trauma, I don't know if like when you're traumatized, you can't really like redo it because you're traumatized, you know?
To a point, yeah.
So I don't think it's trauma. I think it was just like bullshit on top of bullshit on top of bullshit on top of bullshit on top of bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
but you ever want to feel good about your life? Give me a day and I'll tell you about our wedding.
I mean, we can unpack that on an episode.
That's
I'm cool with that.
fine.
But yeah, I agree. There's a lot of moving parts. There's too many moving parts. And if anybody's a package deal would have helped tremendously.
Yeah, and that's the idea of it.
If we were to have you there as our person, it would have been so different.
How so?
It wouldn't, because he didn't really know us back then.
Goodness.
But I'm just saying,
I think you were like, "Are you coming?" And I'm like,
I wasn't
"I
invited.
don't know you."
Yeah.
First
You were
off,
like, I wasn't even invited. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is me inviting you. Like, come on,
it's
let's
like,
go.
I'll just stay because I was like, I don't know.
I
It's
did
like,
ask you. I was like, so you're coming to the wedding in like a month, right? And you're like, we just became friends. The
Yeah,
fuck
it's
are you
like, I
talking
don't
about?
No,
I'm like, yeah, let's go.
It's like I appreciate it, but
To be honest, I invited like 300 people to our wedding. Maybe 70.
Oh, no, we got a cool 98.
You saw.
Oh, yeah. No, we were.
Where?
We were
Did you count?
like guests, I think
At
we
the
were.
ceremony and the reception?
No, the
or-
reception.
There wasn't 90 people
I
there.
promise there was. We had a cool 98.
There's
we almost cracked 100.
No way
I
that
promise.
was 98 people.
Yeah.
There were empty tables.
I don't tell you. I just know at not the ceremony, the reception, yeah, but the party.
The party.
Yeah.
There was not
You know,
98
the open
people.
bar
Oh,
and the
there was
free
an open
food
bar, yeah.
and the fire
Oh my
spitter.
God.
Anyway, before
R.I.P.
we go into it,
Tristan.
R.I.P. Tristan. Rip to a
Love
legend.
him. But no, we literally, like, I invited like 300 people, and like, other than JD from the dealership, your boss,
yeah.
other than that person, I pretty much invited everybody from the dealership that was in sales at the time. And like 6 of them showed, and 2 of them were a problem.
JD didn't get an invite because he was a repo man. Anyway.
He was a
repo
coked out.
of something.
Yeah. He
So-
repoed
He
all that
needs
coke.
to be repoed.
Yeah.
Now that you've got a new perspective, what is the new perspective?
So the new perspective
Sorry.
is really just I want to do that with my life. Like it was a confirmation.
What is
of
that?
Just doing the video work.
So videographer?
Videographer.
Just for weddings.
What I'm doing. Not necessarily just for weddings, but just doing filmmaking.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like filming stuff, doing what I'm doing, what we're doing with this podcast, what I'm doing, with YouTube,
Yeah.
doing what I just did with that wedding. It was a fast 3 hours. Like it went by so fast. It was a challenge because there was a lot of stuff that I was thinking about on the fly because I didn't think about it. In fact, there was a couple times where I had just enough of a lull that I threw something into my Amazon wish list. Because I was like, I will need this for a future gig.
Right.
This is something I'm going to need for a future gig. So it's like, it was something that was challenging, but I had so much fun with it. And it was just a confirmation that I am walking down the right path.
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
You've been doing this for 10 years?
Yeah, and it's been a hobby for 10 years.
And now it's a confirmation.
And now it's
That's
a confirmation
exactly
that this is exactly...
What
I
you
should
need
have
to be
done this
doing.
earlier, but at the same time, I think this is the perfect time because I've grown enough to where I can reasonably do this as a professional.
Mm-hmm.
And I know enough to do a good job now with the hobby that I've done, so like I've been able to do that. So it was a nice confirmation. And what I think was a big suckage was getting home and then turning around and going to my day job and
Yes.
walking in the door of my day job and was like,
oh, I fucking hate this. Thanks.
I,
Hated it.
I
Yeah.
saw you because we have the cameras and everything. I saw you
Amber
coming-
currently
Stop.
crying.
I'm sorry, my dad said some shit.
You were crying to his
No.
realization of his love for his career.
No.
Holy shit.
My dad.
Dude, the more you talk, the more she was. I was like,
crying,
get
and
the fuck
I was
out.
trying not to look at her because I was like, I hope it's not for me.
Oh my
'cause
God.
This is good.
No.
Go for it. I'll be right back.
Can you give me more wine?
Sure. That was amazing.
No, my dad said some shit. He's going through some shit right now, and he pretty much he told me he would. I asked him if he was ever going to move to Florida again. He was like, I will cease before I live in Florida. And I was just like, no, I got it. But if you ever decided to come down here, I'd definitely move in with you if you needed it and all that shit. And he was like, I'll spend every single penny that I have to move you and Jay out of Florida. And he goes, and I want you to know, I'll never cease by my own hand. I love you so much before I ever did anything or thought anything like that. And I just, I thought about, a whole bunch of shit. And I was like, but,
No,
I
not a
did.
single
No,
word.
I did.
Not
I
a single
swear.
word.
I swear I did. And what I was gonna say.
Justin said, so you didn't hear a single word Ryan said.
I did.
That's what I was responding to.
I did though. I didn't hear every word, but I heard you. And so going back before y'all commented on me fucking crying, I literally because we have the cameras and everything, I was just gonna go into it like there was nothing, I wasn't crying. That's how fucking traumatized I am. Anyways, we have those cameras out there. I saw you all dressed up and shit, and you came home with all your shit.
Did you dress up for the wedding?
Yeah, he put a cute little polo shirt and
my
slacks.
It was my Brownie Bits Gaming logoed polo shirt, black polo shirt.
But it looked very
slacks.
professional.
Black polo shirt goes hard.
And it was
yeah,
a
dude.
red,
I'm
it's
going
a
to
red
get
logo.
one.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get one
it's
that's
a red logo.
my Crowny logo. That's black
That's
polo.
awesome.
I like it.
So I saw you do that, but I know you had mentioned you wanted to see. You wanted to see somebody. I think I was listening into a conversation, and I was like, oh, he went to work. He talked to the guy, and I was like, damn, boy be looking all put together to go see this person. It must be amazing. And then I saw you leave in like your basketball shorts and your t-shirts. Not to say you don't look put together, but you know what I mean. So
I don't look put together because I purposely don't get put together to go to that job because it will tear me apart.
I get that.
So,
no, I totally get it.
Because that's what the restaurant industry does to
100%. And being in like pizza, like that's crazy. That's just, I feel like even if you're like not Italian, it's too much Italiano like for anybody. Not to put shit on any like pizza restaurant.
It's so Italian. He's from Minnesota, and he literally put the Italian hand signal up talking about the restaurant.
Hated it.
Involuntarily.
Or yesterday.
Thanks. Hated it.
But like, no, when you were like, you know, like I now realize like this is what I want to do. Like I was so happy. I went to, you know, the wedding, and then like when you came home, you looked not to feel like I went super into like what you were doing, what you were wearing, but like you looked different. I'll check the cameras every now and then, like when you come home and you're like, oh man, and then like you came home, like not to sound any type of way, but like when you came home with like the polo and everything, like your posture was up, like you seemed like you had a really good time, and then like going out, you're just like. Like,
well, yeah, I was definitely like this is my temporary gig now.
Yeah.
You know, that was exactly, and it's nothing against the owners of my restaurant.
Slam's fucking awesome.
It's awesome.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say
that's
that.
fine.
Anyway,
it doesn't matter.
Slam's fucking awesome.
They're the best bosses I've ever had, and I've told them, I don't want to leave because of you guys. I don't want to leave because of this restaurant. I want to leave because I'm tired of the industry. I've been doing that for 10 years.
Yeah.
Woof.
A decade.
You've what?
I've been doing restaurants for 10 years. Not like
consecutively.
No. Because I did sales and other stuff in between.
Yeah.
Mattress sales, car sales.
You just didn't have a coke habit, so it didn't stick.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was honest. That was why I didn't stick in sales.
And I get that. And that's honestly, like, that's why I don't think I stayed at the car dealership. Fun fact, that's how me and Ryan met.
Yeah. We'll get into that at some point.
Thanks for the trauma.
Yeah.
No, but like hearing and seeing it all the time, like what I did compared to what you did, it was like you, not to sound or rain on your parade or anything like that, but I feel like what me and my boss and everybody that was in customer relations, like we were there to like finalize and sell the dream. Like, yeah, you guys just went through this horrible shit, but like this is what you can get. This is what you are getting. Like, I understand you may have like FOMO or like whatever, like, oh, should I not have done this? And then we come up and like, here's your keys, here's your free OnStar, like all this other bullshit. And it's like, I hated it after a while because like, it sucked.
Yeah, and we'll get deeper into it. And
sucked.
I'll throw my thoughts on the whole experience in there, but
scummy. It's almost like
100%.
anybody who deals with cars is scummy, like the bank or the repo man.
Yeah. But yeah,
Syphilis.
so that's the thing. Like that's what I experienced with that. Like, it was the perfect wedding for my first gig because it was a small wedding.
You said there was like 10 people.
So the groom's family, I believe there was 8 people that were like the immediate family that was there. Mm-hmm. And then she had a community of friends from the area because she's from the Philippines and
that's right.
And her family couldn't make it over for the wedding.
Hence why you were there.
Hence why I was there so that I could film it so that she could send the video back and do that.
As proof of purchase or
stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
No.
That's
it was beautiful. It was a beautiful ceremony, and it was perfect because she was laid back. he was laid back. He just had one request. Hey, can you do this? And it wasn't even like a real serious, like, we have to have this. He was just like, we would love to have this done. So it was the perfect first gig. There was no bridezilla. There was no dude that up his own ass and had to have everything perfect. There was nobody that was trying to get in anybody's way. And when the DJ who did the job announced, hey, we don't mind if you take pictures. In fact, it's encouraged. Just please do not step into the aisle and get in the way of the professional photographer, videographers.
Aww.
And so he announced that, and everybody stayed put. They were holding their phones up. They got behind and like stepped behind us to get in and take photos. But it was just the best possible experience for a first time. So that, I can have the crap later on because I know it's going to happen. Yeah. Like you can't get away with having perfect every single time. That's not possible. But it was a good experience and a lighthearted way for me to get into it and not have a lot of stress to make sure that I wasn't missing anything.
Right.
And so I think it allowed me to take a deep breath and do what I know how to do.
Yep. And
it also allowed me to learn because I did learn some stuff. I learned, okay, so this is going to work better than this. So the next time I do it, I'm going to put a lavalier mic onto a stand that the officiant is holding, or lav up the bride and groom somehow.
Right.
And get the audio so that I don't have to deal with the audio how I took it,
I feel like kind of like how we were talking about like our Bluetooth mics. Like you could do something like that.
I already have
sticking it.
I have lavalier mics.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
You said it, and I was just like, I don't know what he's talking about.
So I've got a wireless lavalier mic system, and a lavalier mic is a microphone. It's a little microphone that's meant to be put on the lavalier, which is right here.
I love their chocolates.
Yeah. I hate you. I hated it. But no, so like that's kind of, that was what this weekend was. And it was just that confirmation that, yes, this is the path. I'm taking the right steps down the path that I want to be on. And it's a positive thing, that's all it is. Nothing 100%. Nothing too serious, but
I can feel the positivity.
I can't wait to get there for myself. Not to think about
you're
me.
next.
Yeah, you're next.
I'll tell you what, I had the same feeling when I bought all my equipment.
Like super happy?
Yeah, like the term I used with our CPA was, I'm jazzed.
You did.
That's fantastic.
I told him I haven't been jazzed to work in like a decade. This is the first time I've been excited to do a job, a regular labor job in 10 years. This is it. Like, this is what I have always wanted. I've wanted to be my own boss. I've wanted to do my own thing. I've wanted to have a better service to provide than what's out there. And that's exactly what the fuck I did. And I tell you what, dude, it's since then, it hasn't changed. It gets hard because it's like, what am I doing? Like,
yeah, there's stuff that
oh my God.
I'm not, I don't even know what hurdles I'm going to have to go through. You didn't know what hurdles you're going to have to
jump
over.
Know.
There's still a million hurdles in front of us. Like, and that's something that we're not going to be able to change until we get up to that hurdle and have to figure out how to get over it.
Speaking of interesting hurdles, my most interesting hurdle has to be a 4.5 foot highly venomous, the most venomous snake in Florida.
Fantastic.
I had no idea that would be something I would need to handle as a business owner. I'm like, no. I got spreadsheets and I got scheduling and I got taxes. Oh, wait, there's a coral snake 3 feet from me and it's massive. It's big. It's as long as this table. It's the biggest coral snake I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's the strangest shit. Like, you don't even understand. Like, there's no quantifying it. Like, there's no...
From the house?
Which house?
The berry?
No. That was a different coral snake.
So multiple.
No. That was at... yeah. So
From
that was like a foot long.
In the house.
Yeah, in the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a foot long.
This one?
The one at DeBerry House?
No, the one you're talking about.
The one I'm talking about was on a job site, and it's as long as this table. It was that big around.
Like 3 feet?
This is 4.5.
That's not 4.
This table?
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm 5 foot.
Yeah.
So 4 foot.
Yeah, so probably another whatever off this. It was the biggest coral snake I've ever seen in my life, and it was 3 feet from me. I don't know the color code. I just know when I Googled it, that was the one that was deadly.
What is like black is Jack, yellow fellow?
It sounds super racist, so I'm not going to say it.
No, is it?
Sounds like it comes from racism.
No, you know it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Black on red, you're dead. Black on yellow, you're mellow. You're staying mellow or something like that.
Something was like something fellow.
So it's I think it's yellow on yellow, black together.
We have phones.
So you know why I didn't do that? That color code rhyming nonsense? The 1 foot coral snake, the baby that was at our house, I heard the rhyme in my head and went, okay, those colors are safe. I picked it up, moved it off the porch because the dogs are on the porch.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up after I moved it. And I was like, oh, I was backwards on the rhyme. I picked up a coral snake. Just picked him up. A baby, the super deadly ones. Yeah. So the next time I saw a coral snake, I went, I'm just going to instantly Google this before I get anywhere near that thing.
That's smart.
Red on black, friend of Jack.
I was backwards.
Red on yellow, kill a fellow.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so it's confusing all the way around.
Yeah.
They also have one for the.
No. It's the same. Red on black or red touching black.
The autist is reading.
Safe for Jack. Red touching yellow, kill a fellow.
I think they have the opposite. They have a different way of saying it, which is also confusing
in Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
I've seen a pygmy too.
Hated it.
That was crazy. I've seen a pygmy too.
Yeah.
Like a foot long.
Mm-hmm.
A baby pygmy. The super deadly, like the worst one besides a coral snake. I saw one of those too on a front porch. Same exact place I saw the coral snake at a different house.
I picked up a little rat snake one time, and people were freaking out. Oh my God, you can't pick that thing up. That thing's going to kill. Blah, blah, blah. It's a rat snake. What are you talking about?
Did you pick up a moccasin?
No.
Okay.
No. It was just. It was. It was like, oh my God. It was legit.
It really was. It was just a rat snake. That's so funny.
And people were freaking out. I was like, relax. It doesn't like this. Sure, but it's not going to do anything to me because it knows I will smash it if I have to.
It's also not going to do anything even if it does bite you.
Exactly. It wants to get away from me.
Just a baby.
Yeah.
He poked his head up.
Yeah,
just like, what the hell was that? So, I've actually watched a 4 foot moccasin chase somebody.
Oh my gosh,
so this person
too.
Has a phobia, full blown shoot it in the head fear of snakes. Doesn't matter what snake, is terrified of snakes. We're walking down the boat ramp and a moccasin came out of 4 foot grass, dude.
Beautiful.
This dude jumped like a cat in the air.
And because he ran, that moccasin was like, target.
You know what's really funny? At the time, he was on administrative leave from a police department because he got his foot crushed in between a squad car and another squad car. Check this out. He was still in the boot. That dude levitated off the ground when the snake came out and was running on one leg away from the snake. Listen, my dad and I are 30 feet from this dude. He's at about 10 feet out the water's edge. And I literally could not breathe. I could not help him. I couldn't explain to him he needed to run faster. There's nothing I could do. He levitated and then ran one-legged from a moccasin, and it was gaining. And I could not breathe, dude. My dad and I just watched him just piss himself in fear. It was amazing. It was so funny. And then when he comes to the pavilion that we're at and the moccasin is still following him, we're like, oh my God, we should go. Like, it's coming towards us. Like, it was so funny, man.
That's good.
I can't even, I know we sidetracked off of your very cool new beginning. It's all good. Like, I mean, it's just more of it's a realization that's where I want. That's what I want, and that's, I see the pathway now. Now I don't know, I can't see through the whole pathway and see exactly, what forks I'm going to have to take and everything, but this is the right, I'm in the right direction at least. So for me, there's two ways to look at it. I personally, doing it the other way, I think you did it the right way. I think you took your time. I think you made your money at the day job. I think you got your equipment piece by piece. You worked up your business. You finally got a client. You've already had other things going on in the background that are other videos and other channels and other podcasts. And you've been doing
how to use my stuff.
And with me, I did the other way. I quit the day job out of nowhere with nothing to parachute, and then spent all the money I didn't have from the day job to buy the equipment to start the business. I think you did it a much better way than I did, because it was a year of what have I done? Oh my God, what have I done? And then when it finally clicked, it made sense. But like for that first year, oh my God, dude, I was like, oh my God.
But at the same time, would you have done it if you did it slowly?
No.
I wouldn't have done this. I did what I did, landscaping.
Break it?
What?
I thought I broke it.
Over here
Sorry.
breaking equipment. I did what I did because I had to. I didn't do what I did because I wanted to. I had to get out because if I didn't, it would have been another like.
But I mean, like leading up to that leaving point. Yeah. If you had slowly built up this landscaping business, would you still be doing it?
No. I was a frog in the water, man.
This is the thing.
Yeah, this is the only way.
This is the way that worked for you. Now, it made you stressed, sure. Yeah. And you maybe could have done it a better way than the exact way you did it, but you still learned a lot. And you now have that confirmation that you made the right decision.
I'll tell you what, it's a confidence thing too. Like, you're like, oh my God, what have I done? They're like, this is the worst decision I've ever made. And then it works. You're like, oh, damn, look at that.
Can we, though, talk about how you were about to sell the business? Like,
can we throw that
3 months ago?
4 months ago.
Yeah.
Can we throw that into next week?
Yeah.
We just crossed the hour mark.
Yeah.
So I just want to end this episode real quick.
Yeah.
With just like a short
teaser
idea of what we would like to do with this podcast.
Right.
Talk shit, make money.
Pretty much, yeah. The idea of it is for us to jab because we are hilarious, or at least we think so.
We think so, yeah.
We think we're hilarious.
We're fucking funnier than Tim.
So we think we're hilarious, and we're going to have that conversation. Anyways, we're going to be sitting here and just blabbing.
Finishing our beers.
Pretty much.
Yep.
So why not record it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have ideas. We would like to add video in the future. We would like to do reactionary content as well. And there's some...
If you have a topic, leave it in the comments below.
Yes, please. Or email our show. All of that will be in the show notes. So feel free to do that. I don't remember what our email address is.
I know yours is Johnny Sims at.
Please don't. Please don't do this.
AOL.
Please don't.
Technically, it's thanks hated it at gmail.com, but it's THX h8dit@gmail.com.
Good Lord, we didn't think about this being an audio medium. That's a really hard name.
It'll be in the show notes. It'll be in the description.
What about the blind,
on YouTube.
Ryan?
What?
What about the blind, Ryan?
They have text to speech.
They better.
We love you equally.
Yes. There are ways to go about that.
Like, where is the subscribe button?
You're horrible. Anyways.
So we would like to make this a weekly thing. We're going to try to get a little bit of a backlog of episodes going. That way we don't have the stress of having to record every single week and putting it up the next week, because that's a big stress. I've done a couple podcasts before, and that was always the most stressful part is, oh no, we have to record this week, and it is late, well after we should have started. And
stuff happens. I don't want anything to happen and be like, well, we can't do it this week. Sorry, guys. It's like, no, we got a backlog.
Yeah, we got a backlog. So we're gonna shoot for 5-ish episodes that we'll kind of have that.
We're gonna get your fill.
Yeah,
you're gonna be happy about it. So you're gonna want to tune in next time.
We can also do episodes every once in a while where we do like a viewer bag, email bag or whatever, mail bag. And those would be coming out on a more very specific time frame. So we might push the video backlog past that particular one, and that would come out on a more regular basis versus this episode coming out, later on. So we'll have that, and
you'll have the content.
Yeah, basically the idea is just to get ahead of ourselves and make sure that we are set up
100%.
To move on.
We'll also have some filler content with just Amber and I, and then some filler content with Ryan and I, and still going to be good stuff, still going to be as well produced as the podcast, the main podcast, but it's just going to be a lot more laid back, a lot more fun. I was going to say, other than us just talking for an hour, but it's going to be some good stuff. I'm excited.
Check out the YouTube channel and all of our social media accounts. That's going to be the best way to find out when the next episode is dropping, what the filler content is, when the filler content comes out, all of that future stuff as it comes forward. Check it all out. We haven't created the stuff yet. We're still working on that.
Like and subscribe.
Jesus Christ.
Follow, subscribe to the podcast, download the podcast, all that stuff. And we appreciate you listening.
100%. We love you.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Hated it.